Have you ever seen yourself in the lake? Have you been by a lake? I know you have in a dream. Well, that's why today we're about to go over the dream symbol lake. So lake, what does a lake represent in a dream? In the natural, a lake is a stored up body of water. It's not a sea, it's not an ocean. It's a stored up body of water. And these bodies of water that are stored up as lakes are able to supply life to a city or a community. It can sustain life to these two environments. So if you see a lake in your dream, it could represent an extended life source that you're around or you're connected to. It could represent an extended life source in the form as a network, a community, a church, some type of extended life. Because it's not a sea, it's not an ocean, it's a lake, it's something stored up. It could represent preservation. It could represent preserved life. These are things that a lake could represent in your life. But the majority of the time when you see a lake in a dream, it could represent rest. That's why you hear the term, we're about to go to the lake for vacation. You hear that a lot. We're about to go to the lake for camping. The lake is always involved in the repetition of man in the world, if you think about it, connected to some type of rest or serenity or tranquility. So lakes can represent a form of spiritual rest. This is something it also could represent. So pay attention. Pay attention to every scene, every factor in a dream, because lakes also could represent things that are stored up. Because the Bible says that there's a lake of fire, and the children of disobedience store up wrath for the day of judgment. God has a lake of fire that he stores up future judgments for. So lakes can also represent things that are stored up for future judgments. Pay attention to every context. God is trying to cause you to escape a future judgment if you see a lake. Water was used to judge the whole world in Noah's time. The whole world became a giant flood with water, but also water was used to renew a whole world when you got baptized and went under the water and came back up. Water has a dual purpose. It can judge you or it can cleanse you. So pay attention to your dreams about a lake.